Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for June 3rd, 2022. The unscheduled refurbishment is now apparently complete at Pteranodon Flyers as they've reopened at Islands of Adventure. It was closed for unscheduled maintenance back in mid-May, but the refurbishment appears to be complete, with construction walls now down and the ride fully operational. The rest of Camp Jurassic Playground remained open during the refurb. Pteranodon Flyers is designed for kids with a maximum height of 56 inches unless you're an adult accompanying a child. Lucky. After being closed for nearly a year, the Carousel has finally reopened at Islands of Adventure. The attraction was closed last August and reopened on May 31st. During the refurb, most of the roof was demolished and replaced. This leaves the roof and many of the supports with a freshly painted look. But despite the extended closure, it's clear that the creatures of the Carousel had not been updated. The eyes and ears are supposed to move on many of the beasts, but we didn't see movement on a lot of them. The paint was also significantly worn on many of the animals. Nonetheless, the scrim is down and the attraction is once again open. Speaking of refurbishment, the If I Ran the Zoo playground in Seuss Landing at Islands is also reopened after unexpectedly closing in May. Back in May, the water was drained from the play area and we saw crew members working on the ground. They have now taken down the construction walls and the playground is open. If I Ran the Zoo is one of 6 Dr. Seuss books that was removed from future publication and licensing last year due to its stereotypical portrayal of Asian people. None of the controversial stereotypes remain in the playground, but inside water has returned to the shallow river and the playground is looking exceptionally clean and bright. The red bad animal catching machine with the domed cage at the end of an arm has returned. Little guests can go inside the machine, but the cage does not lower. Instead, a shower of water pours out of it. It has been really interesting to see what's going on with Seuss Landing, where almost simultaneously the land began to crumble. Universal, I think, has sort of a reputation to where things have not been allowed to age. A lot of things in the original park and even at Islands did not have a very long lifespan. And because of that, they're kind of learning about upkeep a bit, right? We learned with the entrance arch of Seuss Landing fell, and there's all the cracks in the facade of Circus McGurkus, and then this trouble with the roof at the Carousel, and it's wild to see that all of this, whatever the material they used in all these buildings, is simultaneously cracking at the same time, and so they've kind of had to roll through the land this year and fix that. It's been really interesting, and I assume there's more to come because I think more is going to start cracking, and you know, it's not really safe. We spotted a spooky new Frankenstein tiki mug in Islands of Adventure at the All Hallows Hula Boutique. The mug resembles a gray bust of Frankenstein's monster. The top of the mug gives us a look inside the head of the monster. His eerie eyes are sunken into the intricately lined face. The patterns are evocative of Polynesian tiki-style designs. The line work and swirls in the monster's face pair nicely with his bolts and stitches and is a deep, jagged scar on his forehead. Of course, he's dressed for success with a nifty bow tie and a jacket. And the rear of the tiki mug reveals cracks to give the impression of drinking from a marble bust. And the other is written on the base of the mug. It sells for $55. Super Nintendo World will open in early 2023 at Universal Studios Hollywood, the resort shared on Thursday. We previously reported it would open next year, but they had not given a real time frame. Now we know early. What early means, we'll have to wait and see. But they shared on social media, tweeting, "Get ready, hashtag Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Studios Hollywood in early 2023. It'll be the first Super Nintendo World to debut in the United States." Super Nintendo World opened, of course, first at Universal Studios Japan in 2021. The U.S. debut of Super Nintendo World at the studios in Hollywood will transport theme park guests and Nintendo fans into the world of Mario, Luigi, and the rest of the gang. And if you can't wait till then, remember, we were there on the ground for the grand opening in Japan, and we still have dozens of videos available for you of all the attractions, tours of the land, all the food, everything available right here if you want to get ready for the Hollywood debut. Speaking of that, Hollywood also released the first footage of Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. They also released that name today on Twitter, stating, quote, "You've never experienced Mario Kart like this. Ride through iconic courses, throw shells, and collect coins to beat Team Bowser when Super Nintendo World opens at Universal Studios Hollywood again in early 2023. The video shows some promotional shots to give viewers a glimpse into what the ride system looks like. Of course, you can also get a glimpse by watching that video. It's our most watched video here on the UPNT channel. We're quite proud of it. Be sure you check it out. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, be sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of our show. For UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside and a panel of Disney superfans as they take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog, tell you its history, details, give their review, and let you know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube at unplanneddowntime.com.